What's up, my party people? It's your boy Darshaun Smith, your man, your homie, whatever you want to call me. Back again for another episode of the Positivity Hour, specifically episode number 94. Okay, as you can see by the title, today we will be talking about the pros and cons of meeting your heroes. And some of those are just being like you learn how they got there, what their process is, how they think, how they feel about you, and more. So we're gonna talk about all of those things and more in this episode of this, this lovely podcast I call Positivity Hour. I'm your host, Darshaun Smith. That's my government name. Colloquially known as, your homie Big D, D Money, Darshizzle, whatever you want to call me, as long as it's a nice version of one of those, we're good. So roll the intro and let's get straight to it. Woo! All right. Now that the intro has rolled and I got some dots on my face and my shoulder and stuff like that, gotta love the sun coming through. That only means that I'm recording this like an hour before I'm publishing it. So that's pretty cool. But at the same time, yeah, man, I just got off the 8-9 hour bus ride back from Columbus, Ohio, performing with Ohio's, sorry, I'm gonna put some respect on their name, the Ohio State University Marching Band. The is trademarked, and yeah, I just have some thoughts and opinions on that, along with like the football game itself, and just like the whole concept of like people who are like goats in the industry, what I'm saying. And as a person who's goes to the University of Iowa, that's myself, and I participate in our marching band, also myself. Performing, or not only performing, literally just seeing a band of that quality in IRL is like a privilege. But like working with them at a high level, and then proceeding to put on a whole full length 10-minute plus complex drill, we're making humans run across the field and stuff, halftime show is very interesting, what I'm saying. And it must be something we all gotta like take a step back and really like digest. So to stick with the structure of how I do my podcast, I'm gonna keep the how am I doing section pretty short, because I'm doing great. I'm just really tired. I'm really dead. I've gotten like very little to no sleep over the last couple days. I'm really behind in homework because I just had to take a whole trip to Ohio, and miss some class and all that stuff. So I just got to work today, this lovely Sunday, this lovely beautiful day, and just try to work ahead. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go home or something. I need to see my mom. So with all that being said, let's hop straight into this. Okay, I really did keep it to like 30 seconds, but so yeah, I'm a member of the Hawkeye Marching Band. For those of y'all who don't know, on this podcast, we just talk about positive things. We talk about, whether it be, social issues, racial inequality, or how we could provide policy change or implications or whatever it may be, just to like level up from the perspective of a college student, most importantly, because my whole demographic is like college students, like that 18 to like 24, 24 to like 35 category, or the 18 to 34, whatever it is, it's that. It's a pretty even split of men and women, and there's no non-binary folk. I can see that data too, but yeah, it's literally just men and women. So I say all that to say that, like, I'm just here to provide some perspective, as one of y'all, what I'm saying. But shout out to all the other people who don't fit those demographics. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate you just for existing. Okay, because you matter. So with all that being said, let's talk about this Ohio State experience. Okay, so like, I don't have a formal list of like pros and cons. I'm just gonna like talk about it, because like that's what it is. So like the pros, like it's cool. Like I said, I've always wanted to see the Ohio State marching band before. and like in person do a halftime show or something. Like I see them on YouTube, and they're doing all this cool stuff, and it's OP, you know what I'm saying? And I got to see that today, very up close. I mean, I literally was touching them, in some cases. Like I was right there in the mix. So I think like from a pros perspective, like especially from like us at the Hawkeye Marching Band, like we've come so far in the last 5 years, in which we can perform with such a great band, because we are now considered working towards that same great band category in life. We may not be as traditional as Ohio State at the Hawkeye Marching Band, but at the same time, we gotta, as my TA said, shout out Corey, it's his birthday today, and Corey said, yeah, that they're really good, they're really clean, but like, that's not to take away from what you do. Y'all just play with a lot of gusto. Y'all play with character. Y'all play with your own unique individuality that somehow still fits into the whole marching band ethos of this is bigger than one individual. You know what I'm saying? So, because that's our collective mentality. So this is where it gets into like the cons types of things. It's like, not to say like Ohio State was bad, and not to say like the HMB is like God tier, because like we're not competing with each other. That's not what marching band does, especially at a college level, unless you go to like HBCUs. But these are both predominantly white institutions. The bands are 95% white people, or plus, and it's just like it's just, we're just there to make music, have fun, entertain people, and just put on a show for our fans, the fans of the organization. But also football and marching band are like flies and poop, you know what I'm saying? They go together perfectly, okay? And I say all that to say that, like cons wise, like it's not even a con, it's just like something you gotta like work against, or like work with. Is just understanding that these two programs, it doesn't matter, it could be like Northwestern's marching band and like Illinois, you know what I'm saying? Like they just have different styles and paces of how they do things and such. And I would say like it was very eye-opening to see how Ohio State does their stuff, you know what I'm saying, and whether it be how they correct people when they're wrong. Sometimes it is a little aggressive. Sometimes it is just like, hey, just do better, you know what I'm saying? I can respect that. But it is a change versus like how they practice, literally down to how they take a water break, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's just a change of pace. I almost wanted to title this kind of clickbaity, like why you should never meet your heroes, and like go into like some deep bad story about like the whole Ohio State thing. But like, to be honest, I have nothing bad to say about Ohio State. Their band definitely is a lot different than ours, and like I said, that's simply just because it's like one of the most traditional bands in the land. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's why they call themselves the best damn band in the land. But at the same time, I don't know. I must say though, because this ain't me being petty, but like I said, it's literally just like I literally got to see them up close. I thought their uniforms would be nicer. That's not to say like they're not nice, but like some of them, like I'm like, bro, like y'all ain't got no like seamstress to like sew that back on, or y'all like I say all that to say, like I was talking with one of them, because I think I saw one of them with like a Nike bag, and like the Hawkeye Marching Band, we're finally gonna get Nike bags next year. But conveniently for me, I'm about to graduate, so I don't know, I'm gonna find some way somehow to get a Nike bag, because I want Nike bag that says Hawkeye Marching Band on it with our little logo or something. Please, I want it. I don't care. I'll pay $500 for it. I just want it. But they were like, no, we get actually like no support from our university, which I don't actually believe that, because like this gets back into the whole like pros of like seeing something different, and it just experiencing like the marching band and the game day experience at Ohio are insane, you know what I'm saying? But we'll talk more about that in a second. I want to keep on with the whole backpack analogy. Oh no, that actually is with it, like I killed the flow. We want to take everything, but yeah, back to the whole like football culture and everything. Like, bro, like whether they're playing Hang On Sloopy and everyone's like OHIO, or the whole like OH, and then we're like IO thing, like it's just really cool to like experience something different. And like when their football team trashed and utterly destroyed our football team. They didn't just run to the locker room like Iowa does. They ran to the band. You know what I'm saying? They put their arms around everyone, and the whole stadium stood up and sung that alma mater. Okay, like I thought that was really cool. One, not to mention, bro, you ever see Ohio State walk around and like just like do little quartets and hit like little work, not work, little groups with people? Like I don't know. I'm going off on a tangent. Long story short, because we're reaching the 10-minute limit on which I set out for myself today. I'm making a vlog with all the clips of everything I'm talking about. I recorded like so much. I think I got at least 30 minutes of footage of both playing in the stands, me hitting them high notes. And, I think I want to like throw some screenshots, or at least like my favorite sets from the video they put out. So let's hope they don't copyright me, but worst case scenario, whatever. I was in the video. I can use my own image. But nevertheless, yeah, thanks for watching. I don't know if the pros and cons things was the best way to title this, but I'm going with it anyways, because there are a lot of pros and cons of meeting your heroes, I take back that last sentence. Okay, this is how I'm gonna sum it up. Okay, there are a lot of pros and cons of meeting your heroes. Okay, pros, it's cool, you get to literally meet them. Cons, it's bad because you literally get to meet them. You know what I'm saying? You get to see like why they're so great. And sometimes that's not always good. Sometimes that like takes away the fantasy. That takes away the mystery. That takes away the I guess this is a pro. It takes away the they're better than us. Cause like I don't know, like Ohio State messed up a lot. You know what I'm saying? But like their mess ups were a lot less infrequent. It must be said. But when they messed up, oh man, the director was pissed. But we don't talk about that. So overall experience super good. I met a lot of great people from music majors. Most of the band is engineers, I hear, to like just people who are there to just be there, like it's just nice, man. It's super cool how like the Ohio State marching band and the Hawkeye marching band have a lot in common. Literally, we share alumni and people who write the music, the drill, and all that stuff, and it was just super cool that we could do that. So like I said, enjoy a whole lot of random clips and stuff that I'm gonna compile into a video probably right after this while this podcast is rendering, and I'll try to put that video out like either later today, Sunday the 23rd of October, or like by like Wednesday or something. It just depends. I really need to do some homework, but my brain and body just need a rest. But I won't get it, but I need a rest. So with all that being said, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, thanks for doing whatever you're doing, thanks for inviting us. The Ohio State marching band, they sent us an email and was like, yo, let's do this thing. So they gave us a drum head after we gave them a drum head, because in the spirit of collaboration and not competition, it was one to remember. So be sure to go check out our performance at the Ohio State marching band's YouTube channel. It was an Elton John show. I'm not too familiar with Elton John's music, but I know what we played, it was hitting. And the HMB trumpets memorized our music. Okay, showed we could do it too. 4 songs in a week. Okay, or 2 weeks, I guess technically, but nevertheless, okay. We living. Make sure you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, hate, comment, follow, unfollow, share, reports. I don't care what you do, just stay positive, and please, I need some ibuprofen, man. My body hurts. But yeah, so I'm gonna sign off now, and it's been real. Goodbye. Woo. Bong.